Hey everyone, it's Phil here, and I'm going to show you a clip of David here, who has done over $2.6 million or AUD. He's in Australia, and he started with Booking Koala since day one. He's actually one of our very first users, one of the 25 that started with us in 2018 when we launched Booking Koala, and he runs a mobile car detailing business in Australia. So I'm going to play you this clip to show you what he thinks of the system and how important technology is in terms of making more money, staying organized, saving you tons and tons of manual work and hours. Here is the clip.
That's why it's so important, right? It's like the glue to the business. And it's stuff you can control, you can lean it up, you can improve it, and it's always changing. So I think tech is a big thing that needs to be sort of narrowed down in business. It's very important.
Absolutely. Okay. And then we've already talked about how long you've been with Booking Koala. Top 25 from the beginning. What would you say drew you into using it? I know you mentioned your buddy kind of told you about it, but when you kind of looked into it, what were the big things that kind of sold you on that?
Yeah, so it came at a good time as I was looking for a solution. I initially was trialing Launch 27. I don't know if they're still around today. I actually haven't looked ever since. But I know they've changed through management and et cetera. But I had complications with their booking form, bit buggy and glitchy here and there. So I gave Booking Koala a go as well. And just seeing more seamless. I think the main thing that sold me was the regular updates. All right. It wasn't just the business that's like, set and forget. It's more like, we're going to keep tweaking this. Anytime I had feedback, we'd flip it over, like request a feature. You guys will keep a track of what gets processed, what's later down the track. And you guys probably have your own priority list of which one's worth fixing early, which are the main problems, what's the low-hanging fruit. So that sort of resonated well with me. And the decision wasn't that hard to make. Once I finished my trial.
David, I appreciate you saying that because running a software company that helps business owners, my number one priority, as well as my partners and the teams here, is to make sure that you guys get the absolutely best software possible. And I'm glad that you saw the updates that we do frequently, because that is key for us. I know that we haven't been releasing things as quickly as possible, but we've been growing extremely quick. So other priorities took effect. And, the nice thing about that is that we're actually going back to our roots after we've corrected some things and improved, I shouldn't say corrected, but improved things and made things better to handle all the users that we've gained. We understand, how important it is to actually continue releasing updates, and hopefully real soon, we can begin releasing huge updates at a very quick speed to all of our users. So for anybody, that uses Booking Koala, that's watching this interview, this video here, and has been curious about where are the frequent updates, guys, they are coming. We are going to resume them. I understand the importance of making Booking Koala number one for service businesses, and we will continue to ramp those up. Now let's go ahead and continue, see what else he has to say about the software and what improves his business.
I've stuck with you guys ever since. Haven't considered any other options. And just had to be patient because I knew you guys were growing as well, getting a huge subscriber list. Facebook communities growing by the day, is getting more active. So with that comes more requests. And so I just had to be patient, and I knew that you guys were making the right upgrade. So that was always encouraging to see. Support is always on the ball. I think shout out to Dimitri. He's always like any technical question that I have, he's always on the ball, very prompt. I send through a video, he replies back within 24 hours. So he's been very helpful, really understands the business. I don't know if he's a tech guy on your side, but like I questioned our Facebook pixels the other day. It was really cool to have someone that knows the business inside out and very helpful.
Very technical. He is very technical and he loves to give in-depth answers. So we really appreciate him.
Yeah, give him a beer for me. He's doing an excellent job.
Definitely will. What would you say is your favorite feature?
I don't mean to sound vague, but it's just the overall booking and payment system, right? That is your core function, and you guys really got it down pat. So being able to schedule bookings, authorize payments, the pre-authorization model is excellent. I really like that idea through the Stripe integration.
And for anybody that doesn't know my story, when I started in my cleaning business at 19, eventually grew that to 15 million in revenue. The reason why we are so strict on the scheduling system and the core of it is because I understand where all the time went when I used to, run the day-to-day at the cleaning service. So I had to design something that would literally, get rid of all that work and push it onto something that could automate the system. So glad that David sees that we have the system, the core down. And, I understand that forever, this is something that we're always going to continue to improve on for you guys. So you literally don't have to spend much time scheduling, rescheduling, doing those things.
Because it cuts a lot of the headache having those things. It's so simple, but that's by far the biggest winners. If you don't have that down pat, we're going to have 10 times the amount of complications moving forward. Everything else is icing on the cake. That's how I see it. It's just a bonus.
Excellent. And final question, what advice would you give your 10-year-old self with everything that you know now?
Start early. That would be my biggest regret. Actually, I don't know if I could even have started earlier, but I wish I could have. I think that's the best advice is,
Definitely going to end it there, but I agree with David, start earlier, because the only regret that I ever have in life, and I wouldn't say regret because everything, I've been doing everything my way and always liked what I've been doing, but I always wish that I started earlier than I have. 19 is a pretty good spot, but even 2 years earlier would have, put myself in years ahead. Okay. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and good luck to anybody starting a service business using BookingKoala.